Hi, Leo. This is a reading for you, done on the 22nd, just before the lovely full moon that's coming up, which I believe is going to bring a lot of good luck. I'm going to do a pyramid for you, and I've done one reading already this morning. It was interrupted, so let's pick a card for you at the moment. The Fool, that's lovely. The challenge that you face. King of Pentacles. That's really interesting. Same Queen of Pentacles came out for a challenge for you in the last reading, so I think there is some resonance with that. How are you reacting to this challenge? So, sorry, I haven't been showing you the cards. Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. This is your challenge, the King of Pentacles, and this is you at the moment, the Fool. And then, how best could you dance with this challenge? Ten of Swords. And what is acting as friction on you in this situation? So friction to bring about change. What is acting as friction on you in this situation? Death. That's fascinating. And what is support is available to you from other realms? This could be fairy realms. I'm thinking of that because I'm sat here in this beautiful garden, or it could be your ancestors, your higher self, God, Goddess. Eight of Swords, and how you could become stuck if you're not careful. This is sort of almost like what to watch out for. Oops. Queen of Pentacles. Which I will. So the other two that fell out with that is the Magician and the Devil. And the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil came out together before for you, so that's really interesting. Our advice card for you. Advice card for Leo to deal with this situation. Nine of Wands. And what happens if you take that advice? What happens if you take this advice? What happens if Leo takes this advice of the Nine of Wands? We have the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. It's lovely. And where it's all leading. The World. Wow. So, we've got some key pentacle placements on the table, so I suspect there's something to do with money in this reading for you. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 majors on the table, but we had extra cards pop out. But yeah, it kind of feels like quite a key time for you. So we've got you turning up as the Fool. It's a new start for you. I had something similar in the previous reading, so it's always nice to do two and see how they come out and what resonances there are. So this is a kind of lovely optimistic new start, like a rebirth, and it's great. The Fool is leaping with an open heart. I mean, we say sometimes he can be a bit naive, but essentially he's sort of almost leaping off that cliff, and he's got such faith that you sort of feel it's going to carry him through. He's lit up by that beautiful sun. But then when we look at the challenge that you face with the King of Pentacles, it's around security and wealth, generational wealth. Your mind is on that, I suspect, at the moment. There's some sense of insecurity around how to secure your financial situation. And then the next two cards, which is how you're reacting to this. The Seven of Swords, we counsel when you see this, don't give your power away. I think that you're juggling a little bit with your feelings around this. One minute it feels okay, and the next it doesn't. You're maybe juggling your finances a bit. You're maybe giving your power away to worrying about this, I would say. Because how best to dance with this challenge, Ten of Swords, which precedes a card which is the Death, so this is the minor to Death, is you've just got to let go. You've got to let go of something that you're doing at the moment that's not getting you what you want. Maybe let go of the worry, but also it's a sense, when we see the Ten of Swords, it's over. There's something that's just not going to wash anymore, and you have to just realise that that's where it is, and that's almost a relief, because when we're fighting to keep something going that's not working, it can actually be torturous. Something has ended. I'm not getting the sense that you've had an experience of death. It's maybe something to do with a career when you've got the Fool as you at the moment. Maybe some way that you make your money has stopped. Because the next card is what is acting as friction and helping you change, is the Death card. So it's really emphasizing that previous energy, which is just let go. The friction is something has ended. There is the death of one king and the dawn and the new king coming. Something's gone. There is a rebirth, and that's your catalyst at the moment. That's the friction that's helping you move forward. Things just aren't the same, and that's great because change is always going to happen. So what supports us? What support is available from other realms is the Eight of Swords. When we see her, we say, take the blindfold off, undo the ties. She thinks that she can't move. She thinks that she's stuck. She's kind of going round and round in her head. But actually, she just needs to remove herself from the situation. So you are being supported to do that from other realms. You're being given ideas and prompts and the energy and the power internally to realize that you're not a victim. So the ideas that are coming through to you, the sense of yourself that's being reminded, you're being reminded of, is one that is not a victim. And how you could become stuck. The Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Magician. As I said, the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil came through together in the previous reading I did for you. So how you could become stuck, I think, is you could become quite obsessively worried about how you're going to manifest money. It could become an overarching obsession, and maybe you will then miss what it is you're supposed to be doing, rather than, which will be an abundant thing for you, rather than just focusing on the finances, just focusing on your self-worth. as I said in the previous reading, you know, it could be that you're kind of shackled to a Queen of Wands kind of, a Queen of Pentacles type character, somebody who is paid what they're worth, who's very high status. But I suspect actually you are worried about those ideas in your own life and whether you're being appreciated enough and how you can manifest a bit more of this kind of high worth. And it's really going round and round in your mind. There's a kind of obsession with it. So that's how you could become stuck. Your advice is to get your boundaries sorted. This character, he's, you know, really defending himself. Yes, he looks a little bit fed up and he's probably very prickly. But your advice is sort your boundaries out. Which makes me think that previously, those previous cards of the Queen of Wands and the Devil, sorry, the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil and the Magician, maybe there is someone around you who is so high worth, is so stuck in their sense of manifesting that you're kind of slightly dancing to their tune at the moment, which doesn't suit you. And you need to get your boundaries sorted a little bit. Or maybe it's about getting your boundaries sorted in your own head around worry and things. But yeah. The next placement, your advice, is the, what happens if you take that advice. So if you get your boundaries sorted, then you become the Queen of Pentacles, sorry, the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. It's funny, I'm wanting to elevate both of those into higher positions because it's a lovely energy together. So the passion and the creativity and the dare-do, rushing in, entrepreneurial enthusiasm of the Knight of Wands paired with the abundance and the fecundity and the way that this Nine of Pentacles has tamed the falcon. It's returning to her hands. She's in a very abundant position. I like the masculine feminine balance of those energies for you. It just feels like you know, the singularity of the Nine of Pentacles. She's doing what she loves and it's with passion and it pays well. So what's coming to me is, rather than being obsessed over sort of the ideas of what you think you want that our culture projects to us, like through more sort of traditional ways, like the Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles would be quite worried what other people think. She's quite sort of bougie in a way, a bit showing off to the neighbours in her lower sort of aspects, so which the Devil is indicating lower aspects, and the Magician. You're being counselled, don't worry about all those things. Get in touch with your boundaries, return to what it is that you really want. And that is where your passion and your abundance is going to lie. And where that is all leading is the world. You right in the centre of the wreath of success, everything balanced, undefended, open, amazing. I'm so happy for you. So, I hope that helps. Have a lovely week and I will see you soon.